Welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. I'm Jody, and along with my long-distance bestie Amanda, we live to break down all the things we love to hate. Each week, we scour TV, TikTok, and pop culture and deliver you our unfiltered, snarky takes on everything. Take a moment to subscribe on YouTube so you catch all our live streams and shows, and follow the links in the banner to subscribe to our free weekly podcast and 2 Patreon shows, We Love to Hate TV and Total Request Podcast, where you request the shows and we break them down. Once subscribed, you have instant access to our massive library of hundreds of past shows and recaps. We promise you'll love it. And listen, we're all friends here, so let us hear from you in the comments. We love getting to know you, and we hope you enjoy the show. All right, let's go. Hello. Welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. I'm Jody.
And I am Amanda.
And we are loving to hate quite a few things this week, including the heat. Look at our
weather. My God,
she's fanning herself off like a little coquette.
It's a hot coquettish. Coquettish. Oh yes, yes. It's like I'm in a Southern Baptist church.
Yeah, and some man has entered the room. Wow. Oh my goodness. Lots of people in the chat already. Everyone's smashing that like.
Yeah, smash that like, guys. Come on. Come on.
Oh, virtual hugs from everyone. You guys are just, it's already lit. We got, I mean, wow, the tens of people we have in here. It's amazing.
Now I know everyone is still coming down off our highs from the trailer dropping last week. And don't worry, we have a lot of stuff to talk about, Sister Wives wise. But 3 weeks now, Jody, and we're going to be watching that trailer.
I can't believe it. It's happening. It's going to be a really good end to the summer, beginning of fall.
Yeah. Last summer, you had like a terrible summer last year, obviously.
It didn't end fantastic.
But that wasn't the really good best way to end a road trip. But
yeah, but it's all good now. It's wonderful. So,
yeah. What was I going to say? I don't know. Who cares? I woke up at like 6:30 and then I fell asleep again between like 9 and 9:30. And now I'm in that weird like place where you didn't nap long enough.
Yeah.
Like you should have napped either like less time or
you're in a weird little twilight zone.
Yeah. So just let me wake up here. Let's talk about hello everyone. Somebody's listening to this from the gym. I mean, I'm jealous.
Me too.
I wish I was working out right now.
I already went this morning. That's
me too, obviously. Somebody here said that it's 7:30 p.m. their time, and I want to know where they're from. Oh, here it is. Ski says it's 7 p.m. there. Where are you from? Maybe an Aussie?
I'm going to guess somewhere overseas.
Sure. Great.
Not here. Sitting in Panera, writing a dissertation. You guys, this is amazing.
Oh, Finland. Oh.
That's so cool. Okay, this is another one. My boyfriend wants you all to know that I'm late because I was having sex with a big man.
A man. Sex. Let's talk about what we have coming up this week. Let's blast our way through this.
Yeah.
If you want to say what we're doing, and then I'll put up the things for it.
Yeah, let's go for it. So okay, we're looking at a photo.
This is actually not coming up this week. This is next week. You have the wrong one. You did the wrong one.
Oh, I just threw one up there. I'm ahead of the game, Amanda.
Okay.
But the photo that we are looking at, if you're listening, is a photo of Tamron Hall from the Sister Wives Tell All season 7, and she's, I would say she's nonplussed by Kody.
Yeah, like he'll answer and she'll be like, well, actually, Kody, I would like to hear from the actual person that I asked the question to. But thanks. But the one that's actually coming up this week is like One More Wife in the Family. No, wait, what's it called? Let me get it. But it's where they meet. This is like one of our funniest episodes, I think. It's where it's after the poop RV episode. So they finally arrived and they've met this other weird ass polygamist family. and they all go out to dinner, and Kody is the most horny he's ever been listening to them talk about their love story, and it's sick.
The relationships within the family.
Look, I was already watching something. I was already watching Sister Wives on my phone. The episode is called From Monogamy to Polygamy. Oh yes, because the dad tricked his first wife into, or he like manipulated her or broke her down enough to accept a second wife who looks exactly like her, because he had a dream. I had a dream.
Yeah. I had a dream that one of your best friends entered our marriage, and we were all married together. So obviously we have to do this. It was in a dream, Amanda. You get it.
Well, and also there's a really cute story about when she'd be cooking in the kitchen where a woman belongs, really. And he would say things like, it would just be so nice if there was another one of you out here cuddling with me while you are working in the kitchen. Where
I only two of you, so one of you could relax with me while you're doing all the cooking and the cleaning. That would be great.
I'd rather be the cooking cleaning one, bitch. Wouldn't you?
Yeah. So
I'd rather be cooking and cleaning than like cuddle, especially on a hot day like today. And then we have is this correct?
We are going to be recording that this week. Yes, this is my 600-pound life Dolly story. Dolly, I don't like what you are doing to your mother, Dolly.
This was a crazy episode.
It's rough, and not just the skin chafage of her fiance skin on the side of his nose that we're going to have to talk about, because I don't know where the friction's coming from, and I don't think I want to know on his. There's a lot to unpack in the episode.
Doctor now openly judges them. He's like, Dolly, this doesn't seem very good for you.
So who is this Dolly? Doesn't you hear what I'm saying, Dolly? How long you know him? She was expecting to go, congratulations. He was like, you know him too, Dolly. Oh, Dr.
Right.
Now.
And actually, speaking of TRP, I do want to say this. We got a message from Grace Paul, right? Yes, Grace Paul. And she said, I want you guys for TRP to do episode of Jon and 8+8, since it's very much in the lexicon now. We're going to be discussing it. So we want you guys to suggest an episode. I've never seen the show other than the one episode we did together.
Right, which they went to Disney World, and which now has been scrubbed.
Yeah, scrubbed. You cannot find it. And I think even at that time, you had to find it in like the dark web of Daily Motion.
Yeah, I definitely watched the show and everything, and I've seen clips of the of this new documentary, which is called, it's like Vice Life in the 2000s or something. It's not Gosselin, whatever.
I watched that interview, so we'll talk about that. Did you watch the interview?
Well, we'll get to it. Let's blast.
Amanda says, was this week's episode of And Just Like That the most ridiculous or what? Well, interesting enough. We'll obviously be talking about that, but we have different opinions on it. Oh, this is funny. I haven't seen this one, but Sandy says, what about when the person said it was water weight and Dr. Now said, are you drinking the ocean? Do it.
Margaret, are you drinking the ocean? How much of the ocean what you're drinking, Margaret? My favorite is when he weaves in this sudden Texan accent out of nowhere, along with his Dr.
What
Now
do you think
accent.
you're going to do about it?
Yes. I'm gonna make you off of your can't refuse. This is so weird. God love him. He's so awkward. Anyway, yeah, and we're gonna keep blasting through our Sister Wives coverage. We're heading into season 8, right? New season.
Yeah. And for the next 3 weeks, I guess we don't have the book anymore. We're gonna finish out the book today. But for the next 3 weeks, we'll just do a regular We Love to Hate Everything episode. And then we get into
I'm sure we're going to get sneak peeks. There's going to be little sneak peeks of the episode.
Do you
as
think?
We get nearer and near. Yeah, I think they're going to start leaking.
Did they do that last
little
time?
Clips. I think we'll get little clips. Little snippets. Just a taste.
someone, Alyssa, who's been a listener of ours for years, and she's been a guest on Amanda Loves to Hate Teen Mom a few times. She finally got into Sister Wives, and like the past few days, she's just been like messaging me and just like rage texting me. Like, oh my God, this guy wants his own plot of land. And like, I'm so jealous that you don't have any idea. She hasn't even seen the trailer because she doesn't want to spoil it for herself.
See, season 16 of Sister Wives, you can't watch it because it's uncomfortable and it's disturbing, but I love it.
I'm finally kind of rewatching it. Yeah, I'm rewatching it a little bit because there are some gems in there. All right, so let's get into some topics here. Now, the big thing that I've been following in the news is, I don't know if I got a picture.
Carly Russell.
Yeah, Carly Russell. Is that this? No, this is this is the dog from Vanderpump Rules. All right, well, it doesn't matter. But yeah.
How did you get that photo of me and Scout? Oh, man. You know how I was saving my hot bikini bod for later. I was going to come out wearing my swimsuit. Right?
But what are you thinking about this? Because I'm like watching it on TikTok, but like it kind of does change every day. And I feel like I am... Every content creator that I've watched talk about it is a person of color. So I feel like I can like especially trust that because like they're pissed. They're like, the one time that America actually like starts searching, like going on a full manhunt for like somebody of color. Yeah. And then she does this. Now, like, what do you think of this? Do you believe? I mean, at this point, I believe that it was completely fake.
Well, I mean, it was fake. They have all of her internet searches that are like, how old are Amber Alerts? Or like, how old do you have to be in an Amber Alert, one-way bus ticket to, wherever, bus station Birmingham. Well, obviously she faked it. I thought it was interesting that the police officers were releasing such specific details, like they fed her Cheez-Its for breakfast, because that's how you catch someone in a lie. Like the more detailed stuff they tell you. So I'm imagining them in an interrogation room and they're like, oh, really? Oh, they fed you. So what did they feed you? Like they wanted to get all these very, very specific things from her to catch her in these lies, right?
Yeah.
And she was just kept digging herself deeper and deeper. And then like her toenails got painted or, it's like, God, it just got too fantastical. And you can't give that many details when you're lying.
Now, when I was like in 3rd or 4th grade, we got our school pictures. And I was trying to like, there was like 2 pictures of me that were like next to each other. And I was trying to tear it down the middle and I like tore it like wrong. And I was so scared that my mom would get mad at me that I told her that this girl who was bullying me at school did it, like grabbed it from me and like ripped up my picture. So we both got called into the principal. My mom took it far because she was pissed.
Oh my God.
So we got called into the principal's
don't ever. Like, that's why you were getting bullied, by the way.
So I feel like, so I'm in the principal's office and they're asking me all these questions. And it was the kind of thing where I feel like Carly Russell, but obviously to a higher extent. It's like, at what point do I just say I'm lying? But like at this point, I've gone so far with it that like now I just have to keep lying. You have to. You have to go to your death with it. Then they bring in this bitch and she's like, I have no idea what this is. Which made it really fun. And then
how old were you again?
Like 3rd grade.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I was in my elementary school. But also that's kind of like, I would say a lot of this is on Daphne because she would have like murdered me for ripping this picture by accident.
Oh,
like, it would have been a big problem. Yeah, it's her fault.
I thought you were going to say it's her fault that she brought it to this point to bring it to the principal. Because
she was standing up for me because she knew that this girl was bullying me. And it was just, I don't even know how it ended, but they ended up.
So what happened then?
Well, then they called my mom while I sat there and listened to the conversation. They handed the phone to me and they made me tell my mom that I was lying.
Oh, so they caught you in it for sure.
Yeah. Oh
like,
no.
yeah,
I
don't
eventually
know.
had to say like,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
no, I was lying because like it was just not the stories were not adding up.
Because she was like, I didn't even know it was picture day. I got nothing. Okay,
Awful.
and
I
so
remember that
Daphne
girl's
said what?
first and last name too. No, it was bad. I got in a lot of trouble. I never got
Ooh.
grounded, but like my parents were very disappointed in me, Amanda.
Oh my gosh.
And I think that was
Yikes.
like the biggest lie ever. My mom, like, I can guarantee you if I asked my mom what's the biggest lie I ever like got caught in, she would say that.
I think you should call her up right now.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, 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 no,
Do
no, no.
it.
No,
Do
because then
it.
she's gonna end up saying a different lie that I'm gonna be too
I was
embarrassed.
just
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
say,
that's
you're
what you're
like,
trying to do to me, you asshole. But okay, so back to Carly Russell. So yeah, you're sitting in this police station. You're like, I was just trying to get a couple days with like my side piece in this hotel at the Red Roof Inn.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask you. I lost the plot where it was something to do with her boyfriend. So she broke up with her boyfriend, or she didn't want the boyfriend to know?
There was a guy involved. Or
no. Are you sure?
A man made a girl do something crazy? No, I think there's a whole bunch of different stories, but like, and there was never a toddler. But I mean, I gotta hand it to her. That's a pretty good, like, that's pretty good.
That's where I think she went all wrong.
Because then everyone wanted to search for her.
Well, and who is this toddler that was out walking in the road? Is it, is someone using that as a lure for trafficking or murder and kidnapping and all of that? I mean,
Lo says her boyfriend cheated on her and they broke up. Okay.
According to TikTok.
Sure.
So this was her way of being like, you broke up with me and now I got kidnapped.
But I'm a hero because I was trying to help a toddler on the side of the road.
Yeah.
So
that's a little bit.
Now the worst part of this story, I think, is the fact that everyone in the world now knows like what she was snacking on. Like, can you imagine the mortification of that? Like, if somebody released like my like Uber Eats
what was she snacking on? Cheez-Its?
No, none of it was really that bad, but like she ordered some food from like the convenience store. Like it was just like a lot of like snacky foods. But then it wasn't enough for Carly. She went back on the app.
And she wanted more food.
Yeah, and she got like pepperoni sticks or something.
Oh, God forbid she's hungry. So it's protein. At least that was a good choice.
Yeah,
sure it has a lot of sodium,
she's
but
having
like
lots of sex. Yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. She postmarks Slim Jims. Yeah.
I love a Slim Jim, not gonna lie.
Oh, that's gonna give me full fire diarrhea immediately.
I love Slim Jims.
Yeah, there's a big joke. Tippy toe. Is that? Please tell me that's a Seinfeld reference. Do you know that reference, Jody? It's where they're gonna change out the answering machine, and they're like coming up with a code word in case the woman starts coming. They want to change out this woman's like voicemail or what's called answering machine message tape. So and George is like, well, I'm going to take her into the room and then you change them out, but like we need a code word in case she starts like coming out, and they come up with the code word tippy toe. Tippy toe.
Don't believe it or not, George isn't at home, so leave a message at the beep.
I must be here, or I pick up the phone. Where could I be? Believe it or not, I'm not home. I remember an interview he did on that where he's like, that was just really hard for me because I have a really good voice in real life. So it was like hard. It was actually like really difficult to like make it sound like I didn't know how to sing. And it's like, okay, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, relax.
She bought the tippy toe, said she bought the Cheez-Its and then told cops that a woman fed her cheese nips. That's like such a weird
cheese nips and Cheez-Its. That's two totally different things, babe.
Totally.
God. Yeah. Anyhow, first time listener. We got a Kody. Hi, lady. Okay, let's read this message first before we say it aloud, shall we?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Hi, ladies. Long-time listener, first-time messenger. I live in St. George. Gross. And I grew up in Las Vegas.
Whoa. You're living a parallel Sister Wives life, Kody.
Right.
Well,
but any other thoughts on Carly Russell? I mean, what do you think's going to happen?
Well, I mean, if it's anything like Sherry Papini, who I think has flown under the radar ever since. She does have Senpaku eyes.
Yeah. Okay.
I think she's going to have to pay back like restitution, or is that the word I'm looking for? You know, like reimburse the cost of the investigation and all that, which I do think she should have to do. I mean, that's a very fantastical story. And had she fessed up sooner, the investigation wouldn't have gone on this long. I do kind of feel badly for her family because they got dragged into this, and they're going to want to believe their daughter or sister and, you know, defend her. And then to find that out, that's really embarrassing.
Yeah. And there's security footage of her like just kind of strolling through her neighborhood. And then like once the house is in sight, she like broke into this like wild run.
Really?
Yeah. Like as if she was like escaping. Oh, it sucks. I mean, I also do have empathy for her because that sucks to be caught in a lie like that when like you did not think it was going to spin out of control like that.
Right. But you're also an adult and you don't weave
obviously
a fantastical lie like that. It's so bad. I mean, as soon as the cops were involved, to be like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Wait, this is a national thing. Please, how do we make this go away? Not commit to it and keep digging deeper and deeper.
Thank God the cops didn't get involved in my picture tearing story.
Oh, can you imagine? We'd still just have I would love to see your photo, your photo sketch of like who this elusive person who ripped the photo was.
I can still remember. I know her first and last name still. I won't say her. I won't
the
dox
body
her.
of a crane and the tail of an egret.
All of my makeup is already melted off. It's so fucking hot. Okay. I want to talk about we're gonna talk about Gwen's wedding. Don't worry.
Okay.
I sat through Gwen's live and it made me feel way better about our own shitty lives and how badly.
Oh, okay, great. Great.
I mean, she was great. She actually did give a lot of tea on her wedding and stuff. I want to talk about this Gosselin interview now because I watched the whole thing. And
how could you see it? Because I went to go look at it. It said it came out on
TikTok. You can see anything on TikTok.
So on TikTok. Yeah. Okay, no. I think it was like a 3 or 4 part kind of split up thing on TikTok. Yeah. And then I went to go look for the actual show. And it was out July 18th or something. And I went to go watch it on the 20th. I tried on the 21st. And it's just not there to watch. I think I tried on Hulu. And then Hulu says, no, you have to buy it on Apple for $2.99 or something. I don't know. I can't seem to actually see the show, but I watched the same thing you did. Okay, so this is good to know.
Yeah, and again, I knew nothing about these people. All I really knew is that, I knew the basics. I knew that Kate is like the original Karen. I knew that.
Yes.
And that she treated everyone terribly. And I knew that 2 of the kids went to live with Joe, right, if you will. And one of them was in an institution. So I knew all of that basic stuff. But a lot of people are some people are coming out. Some contrarian people. I saw something on Twitter of the person. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm guessing.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I won't say it. The person that me and Jody love to hate. Was talking about just like how like Jon is actually the bastard in this situation, and he was immature and he sucks and he's the evil one here, and Kate was just doing her best. Now, what do you think?
I think both things can be true. I think he probably was very overwhelmed and he was probably an asshole and not a great husband and probably not as active as a dad as she wanted him to be. And then he bailed. He didn't want to be in on it. They grew apart as a couple. I think he was seeing some, like their nanny, Haley Glassman, who was actually like the daughter of Kate's plastic surgeon who did her tummy tuck. It's like I know all this kind of stuff. I think he was a douche, but I think she was also a controlling monster.
Yeah.
I do think if you have that many kids, you do have to be kind of controlling and have like a certain way of running things or it'll be chaos. But I do think she was also very harsh with him as a partner, and not because husband wife, but
if you look at
she was harsh.
If you look at the Brown kids,
yeah,
they all turned out pretty well. I mean, not Robyn's kids, but they're not actually Browns.
Yeah.
But like for the most part, like all of the kids, they kind of let their kids run rampant, and they all turned out very good, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so, and I think what ended up happening is they weren't very compatible to begin with. They both said that. She just went into like control mode, and then she really liked the fame and wanted the cameras around more, and he did not. And then that caused a bigger riff. And I do think the kids were dragged to do a lot of stuff that they were able to survive from the money that was made off of it. But if one parent is like, hey, I don't want the kids to be on TV this much, there should be sort of a conversation about it. And it just seemed like it was kind of like her way or nothing. And it fell apart. I don't know. I think they were both kind of assholes.
I don't think I would survive a marriage where we tried to have one kid and got 8. That's what I was going to say is like, I mean, I know a lot of men can be immature, and like he's thinking that they're going to have 3 kids total.
Yeah.
And then they end up with 8. Like that sucks because you didn't really sign up for that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. I think, I mean, it's just a bad situation. And there does have to be some sort of reality show, I don't know, law or protocol or something with kids involved. And I know that they have, certain hours in the day and all that kind of stuff that is written up in their contracts and that kind of stuff. But I mean, this just fell apart. It just totally fell apart. Jon was a douche, but I do think he tried to do better. He like sunk back into normalcy or try to have a normal life. But like also, what is he supposed to do when he has to pay child support for 8 kids?
No,
that's
it's
a tough situation too, being a reality star, then going back into normal life. How do you do that?
Did you see this statement that Kate came out with?
No.
Oh, okay. She like finally released a statement about like basically kind of, okay, well, do you want me to read it?
Yes.
Okay. I have never wanted to have to do this, but I feel like I have been backed into a corner and left with no choice. Although it saddens me to do so, I need to speak out now. My son, Collin, whom I love with all my heart, has received multiple psychiatric diagnoses over the years. For the safety of myself, his brothers and sisters, and for his own well-being, he was placed in a facility following years of outpatient treatment, which proved insufficient for his needs. The decision to admit him was made by emergency room doctors. Oh, Jesus Christ, an ad just popped up. By emergency room doctors following one of his many outbursts, this one involving his use of a weapon. Fast forward to present day, and following Jon's removal of Collin from treatment, my son's unpredictable and violent behavior has sadly continued regularly toward Jon, Hannah, and others around him. Is Hannah the one that lives with them, I assume?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, Collin.
Are you enjoying this? Because I can't see you right now.
No,
is this like
good? I am. No, I'm intrigued by this.
I can't see your screen. Okay, so Collin's distorted perception of reality is one of the many issues that he has always struggled with. As many people who have family members grappling with mental health issues can attest, it is rarely and sadly surprising when complete fabrications occur. And this is just another heartbreaking facet of this fight. This sounds like this is reading like the John Benet Ramsey letter, honestly. All these big facets. All parent-child relationships are complex, but when mental illness is involved, it is incredibly complicated and painful, let alone easy for others on the outside to understand. All measures that were taken in our home were at the explicit recommendation of his pediatric psychiatrist and his team of specialists, and were put into place to safeguard every member of our family, our friends, as well as our family pets. I don't like I feel like Kate would kick a dog for sure.
Can I bring up this? Mike Coco says, TMI, bitch, that is your child's personal details to make herself look like a struggle mom. 1,000%. That's what I was just going to say. She does not, she's doing what they're accusing her of all over again. This is his personal information. He's a minor,
that's fucked
and
up.
You're his mom, and you're doing
And I
this.
don't think that I think that the truth lies somewhere in the middle here. But like watching his interview, Collin's interview, he could definitely have mental illness, but like he wasn't like freaking out or anything. He was very well spoken. Yeah, and if you can't, sorry, like Kate, like if anyone has mental illness, like you need to, like from what I've seen of her, she doesn't seem like she's the most like put together person here. Okay.
And how about go visit your child too? The fact that he had no family members come visit him, that is heartbreaking. Yeah,
that's the thing that's fucked up the most. Unfortunately, I believe Collin remains a very troubled young man who continues to need a lot of help. His brothers and sisters and I have not been directly involved in his life due to his history of unpredictable behavior and violent tendencies toward us. What his sister Maddie posted on social media recently is completely accurate, and I deeply appreciate her bravery in doing so. That is all I have to say on this matter, and I will not be discussing the subject any further at the time. Mic drop.
That's terrible. The way that she's talking about it. We're not involved in his life because of his violent tendencies. Like, no, you can still love on him and say it's not healthy for us to be living together. We need, it's terrible. She made herself look so much worse, and just it validates everything that they're saying. And how dare she put all of that out there? That's terrible.
That's really fucked up. And also there's I noticed a little manipulation at the end there where she's kind of trying to get Maddie on her side. Yeah. She's like, oh, Maddie's so brave for coming out. Because Maddie gave a statement too, which I did not read it because at that point I didn't really care. But no, I'm fascinated with this entire thing. This is so fucked up. And you also read about like parents of murderers still stay in contact. They still visit their kids like every couple of weeks, because like you're supposed to love your kids like no matter what. You have to love your kids.
Yeah. And I hate to speculate. He is a minor and it's his business and everything, but okay, we're just talking about this stuff here. I think there are some parents who, when they go through a divorce and there's difficulties, they can sometimes take it out on their kids, like their anger and hatred of their former partner. They take it out on their kids. And that's what it seems like. She kind of picked him, and I am sure he had some issues, right? Or something happened that had to have gotten to
when you watch
point.
The show, could you tell that he was like off a little bit?
I didn't think so.
Okay.
They were like,
or was he diagnosed with like being on the spectrum or anything, or it was just like he was violent?
I didn't remember seeing any violent things when he was younger. They were all just running around like crazy. They're little kids. I think I remember he might have been the one who liked to line everything up. And I remember kind of thinking about that, like, oh, maybe he's on the spectrum or whatever. Or maybe he finally acted out, or he was acting out because he had a mother who was so hyper controlling.
Right.
That like this was his coping mechanism. This was the one,
and he wasn't getting attention. Like you have to struggle to get attention in a household like that. People are saying that Collin was in the military, but if in the Marines or something, and they wouldn't take somebody with mental illness, which I don't know how set on that they are, but
well, and also like way to set him up. Like now he is an adult. They're 18, 19 years old. He is an adult. And now you're throwing that out there saying he's violent. He can't be around our pets. He can't be around his brothers and sisters. Like, really? That's not
he's an adult now. He's finally about to start his life. He can like be dating and getting jobs. And now this statement is out there.
But she's throwing it out there to save herself, which is a horrible thing, a terrible thing to do.
Yeah, she was on Dancing with the Stars, I think, and then I think she got voted off like second or something, which I loved.
Yeah, because she's not likable at all.
She can't dance ballet like you could naturally, according to you.
Terrible.
Well, I'm glad that
it seems like everyone's kind of in agreement. Oh, sorry about that. If I'm clicking around, it seems like everyone's in agreement. Like this is just not something a mother should do, even if they have completely cut ties and they have both decided, yes, we don't want to be in each other's lives. You're still the mother. You have to. Sorry if they go low, you go high. Like that, you have to. You are a parent. You chose to be a parent. Up until they're, they're 90 years old, you're still the adult, you're still the parent. So go the higher route and just say, it's really unfortunate. Recollections may differ, but I still love him and I wish all the best for him. That would have been the better way to go.
I'm surprised at how many people are interested in this topic in our chat here. So again, since all of you seem to like this show, and I just never got into that, much like Sister Wives before, but maybe
let us know which episode.
Yeah, let us know which episode.
The episode that we should recap for.
Maybe not in the chat because I don't know if we'll see it, but maybe message us on like Facebook, or you can email us at amandajody1@gmail.com.
Yes.
Yep. And just give us a suggestion. All right. Yeah, everyone's saying like Collin seemed fine. He was sweet. He was tenderhearted. Somebody said, imagine if Kody and Kate were together. I mean,
actually, they might hit it off. It might be sparks at first. Like they're laughing at each other's jokes or getting along, and then it would take a turn.
Because Meri, I think, is probably a lot like Kate. She just doesn't have the confidence that Kate has.
I think she kind of does, though. They both have that manipulative side. That's for sure.
Did Kate cry all the time like Meri does?
Kate had some tears, like later when she was like, I'm soft. I'm not this hard, mean person that everyone thinks I am. And, there was a whole scandal that she was dating her bodyguard, who was a married guy. He was like married and had kids and stuff. There's a whole side story to that.
I don't understand how these people can be around these people all the time, like on the production crew, and then want to like Andrew dated Amber after watching her on Marriage Boot Camp with Chad.
He fell in love. He was dazzled by her on set.
Oh, I mean, she really made herself look
in the crib. Those crib beds.
I forgot about that. You guys, go to our Patreon and listen to those episodes. The Marriage Boot Camps. God, that was an amazing.
You got a good life. You gotta tell someone.
Matt, I'm here. I'm just here to work stuff out with Amber. That's all. It was never about the fame. Okay, let's move on to something that is interesting to me because I dabble in the theater community. But are you watching this Ariana Grande shit that she's dating this fucking idiot?
No. What?
Oh, you're not watching this? This was okay. Do you know what that? Okay, guess that guy originated a role on Broadway. Can you tell me which one it is?
Annie?
Close. It's probably the lamest character you could originate. SpongeBob SquarePants in SpongeBob SquarePants, what? The musical.
Wait, can you put that back up for a moment?
Oh, yeah. First of all, I was shocked that he was not gay. And I'm basing that just on his looks and personality. But they're dating because he's in Wicked. And she's doing Wicked. And he was married and they just had a baby like a few months ago. Or like in 2022. Yeah. I can't believe you're not following this. What? Yeah. 2 women now have had sex with this man.
He's got a fetus face, first of all.
I mean, I definitely made sure to find like kind of a hideous picture of him, but I mean,
wait, put it back up.
Hang on, let me find a picture of him.
He's got baby teeth. He's got baby teeth.
Yeah, a little spacey.
His face is very fetusy. Like his face didn't grow out of the fetal stage.
This is a hot one. You're gonna. I mean, this one's gonna turn you right on. This is him in SpongeBob the musical. I mean, nothing but sex here. Nothing but sex appeal.
I'm gonna be terrified. So it's not like a big costume?
No, It's just this. And The reason why I've always been turned off by him is more just about the musical itself. That, first of all, it exists because
didn't know that.
Well, it got like nominated for a whole bunch of like it was a smash. But
I thought it was like a
kids show,
like a Disney show. Yeah, exactly. Like
no, it was on
Clues.
Way. They performed at the Tonys. The reason I am bothered by him in it is because his pants are too tight. Like you can maybe tell in this picture. Just his pants. It was just very penisy. I feel
maybe his knee is about to bust through that plaid. That plaid is stretched.
I feel like I'm being forced to look at SpongeBob's penis. But also, this was an impressive part of the musical. Is there's like a person who's doing sound effects. Like when when SpongeBob would be walking, it would be like squish, 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 squish. But it always just kind of sounded like he was farting. So like every kind of movement SpongeBob's making, this amazingly talented person, is having to do all these different sound effects like every like 2.5 seconds. But it just in my head, I picture him as just farting on stage for 2 hours.
Yeah.
In tight pants. But these two are going hot and heavy, Jode.
Gross. Imagine his.
I really thought that you knew this. This is like all over my
imagine TikTok. Climbing on that or that climbing on you. Oh.
Well, I think he's probably littler than her.
She's pretty little though.
Yeah.
I mean ew, his hair seems like very like fluffy too.
I don't know why it always bothered me. It's like, and I've seen like, I've seen him performing in SpongeBob in like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade or like at the Tonys or just like little clips here and there. But everyone fucking loved this musical.
Well, so I can tell you that I won't. And okay, this is just funny. The idea
I'll have you read it.
No, it's triggering.
Oral sex. God.
She has very interesting taste.
Mrs. M says he's not gay, but his boyfriend is. I mean, honestly, just like, look, I'm not being an asshole by thinking that a musical theater male who is playing SpongeBob, who looks like that,
this is like a Jonah Hill thing from last week. That guy.
Yes. That guy
is with Ariana Grande and a woman on Earth. 2 women on Earth.
But I'm still single.
I don't get it. Like, and there's no way that he's got.
I think he does have a big piece. No. In those pants, all I can picture in my head is farting noises and a penis.
Put that picture back up. Let's see. Let's
the one of him.
We're doing this as a group, okay? We're doing this as a group. Let's analyze.
Yeah. Also, if this is your first time watching this show, me and Jody are dicks, so like we're assholes. Yeah. So kind of get over it.
I don't see anything.
It looks tight around the groin area. Okay.
Yeah, but like, no, I didn't see any sort of like convex shape that would alert one to having something.
I think I would have wanted his pants to be a little baggier, and I could have handled the toots and the farts noises and the squishies.
So bad. Michelle says you're single because you have standards and eyesight.
I wrote at first. I just read you are single because, and then I was like, someone's about to read me for filth, right? Please don't list the reasons why I'm single, because I know already. She's
just got a very interesting taste, and maybe it's because her self-esteem is so low that she needs to have a guy who's just like fawning over her, being like, "Oh my god, you are like the most amazing."
You could have ended that sentence halfway through that she just needs to have a guy. She needs to always be in a relationship.
True.
And they're co-stars. Like they have intimate scenes in the movie. I think I've never seen Wicked.
What movie? The SpongeBob
Wicked.
movie?
No, Wicked.
Oh,
they're both in Wicked.
Okay.
I think
what does he play? The Tin Man?
Figaro.
He looks like a Tin Man. He looks like a Tin Man fetus. There,
Ethan
I said
Slater,
it.
Wig. No, and no one. Yeah, no one. I don't think anyone's mad at you Who is Ethan Slater? He plays Bach.
Okay.
I hate Wicked so much.
Same thing.
What? Oh yeah, a university friend of Elphaba. And a love interest to Nessa Rose.
Yes. Yep. Great. Okay. Ew, you guys are so disgusting, these comments. I'm not reading that.
My Coco said he also eats hella good virgin. Maybe he does.
Oh, ugly dudes, man. Even the ugliest dude who plays
B-O-Q is the way that's spelled, by the way. Just so you know.
That guy is just like letting it rain P word all over the place. Only men that could happen to.
Okay, let's get on to, I want to talk about this Vanderpump Rules dog scandal. Are you following up on this?
No, I did. You have a totally different algorithm than I do.
You're not following that Graham, the dog, got returned to them?
No, I don't know anything about this, but I mean, I do look good in that bikini. And just, if I had that body,
those are my feet there on the side.
I would never, you would never see me with clothes on if I had that bod.
I think I would still just always be walking around in jogging pants and
hell no. Who is that, by the way? Is that
That's his girlfriend? No, it's his girlfriend. Allie.
Oh, I don't know any of these people. Okay, so fill me in.
Okay, so Rachel, who is now going by Rachel.
Ah, okay.
She's going by Rachel to take the power back from people calling her Rachel as to be dicks, which I kind of appreciate that. I'm like, yeah, that's actually a good way to handle that, because now that does take the power away from them.
Because your name is Rachel.
Right. Also that. But her therapist told her to do that. My Coco says, Geordie, you look great in periwinkle. What a specific color.
Yeah, well, my bikini. That's why I bought that bikini, because I was like, this is different. And I know people are going to be looking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what periwinkle is. Okay, so when Rachel went to her therapy spa month.
Oh, okay. Her therapy vacation.
Her and Graham. See, everyone else is having my algorithm, Geordie.
Okay.
You should just log into our TikTok account, which, by the way, guys, follow us on TikTok and Instagram. We're almost at 500 on TikTok. Can we please get that to 1,000, please? And we're at 900 on Instagram. I'd love to have at least 1,000 on each of those.
Yeah, light it up.
But go check it out. I'm posting videos almost every day. Yeah, lots of little vids. Yeah. What was I saying?
So Rachel went to
and Graham used to date. No, Graham is the dog. Rachel and James Kennedy.
Okay.
The English guy. They used to date.
Yep.
And they got that dog together, that little doodle. And he was apparently the worst behaved dog. He bit a whole bunch of people. He bit Lisa Vanderpump. He bit he's had a history of biting. He's not well behaved, because obviously Rachel is a terrible dog owner who can't
Isn't that a doodle?
It's a doodle. It's not a golden doodle, but it is
doodles normally
poodle
don't
mix.
bite. Okay.
I know, that is weird. Because when I think of all the dogs that I interacted with, no, that dog that bit my hand where the blood was just dripping down, that was a doodle.
Because you always go up to
that wasn't why I was breaking up a fight between two doodles, and that dog bit me. You are such a piece of shit. All right.
No, if I had someone come at me with a finger, I'm biting it too.
Dogs like it when you do that.
One fingy in the face like this. Hi.
It's a boop. You're not an animal person. You're like Robyn.
Okay.
You would probably kick a dog.
No, I would never. I didn't even kick the dogs, plural, in my lifetime that have attacked me.
Okay. All right. Speaking of TikTok, we need to talk to you guys about this TikTok that I sent to Jody this morning that is still grossing us out. So put a pin in that. They were dating. They got this dog, bad dog. His name is Graham. Not a bad dog, but bad owners and not trained. So she goes to this facility and she kept Graham after they broke up. And James was like devastated. Like there's an episode where he like has her meet him at the park so he can see the fucking dog. And then like another time she had to take him to the vet because I don't know what happened, but like something minor happened, but he was just really like sick. And James was like almost crying. He's like, oh my God, poor Graham. Like he just loved the dog. So Rachel, when she was at the facility, she gave the dog to her parents to look after. And then the original story was that her parents dropped the dog off at a shelter because they were like done with it. And the shelter contacted Vanderpump Dogs. And Lisa took Graham and then gave him back to James.
So this is kind of like the Lucy Apple Juicy.
I don't know what that is.
With Dorit. Okay.
Oh, yes. People were saying that on our Facebook group. Yes. Okay.
I
don't know what that is, but I assumed that it was.
Don't worry about it. It's a whole season of nothing. Yeah.
Okay. But then like her parents came out with this statement, which I don't know how much everyone's really believing.
Her parents? Oh,
yeah.
God.
Like, okay, she's the spawn of these people. They put her in beauty pageants her whole life. I don't know how much
Well, Daphne did have a statement to your principal when you ripped that picture. So sometimes parents need to step in and get involved.
God, I wonder how far I could have gone with that. I bet I could have made them believe that she had done that if I had just stuck with it.
I am really wishing. Like,
yeah, like I could have really stuck it to that bitch. Anyway. So yes, but now their parents come out and they're like, no, that's not what happened. And we actually gave the dog to like a doodle rescue group to like, and like he had like a personal trainer, and then he bit the trainer and her husband and all this shit. And then anyway, it ended up with Lisa Vanderpump. It bit Lisa Vanderpump so bad that like it caused nerve damage to her hand. And then basically the arrow just goes to now the dog is with James. Does anyone else know any more details to fill in there? This is like, yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, don't adopt pets if you don't know what you're doing. And if you're going to be passing this poor, cat or dog or whatever, just back and forth, and there's all this drama, just be prepared. Right?
Yeah, poodles bite, Michelle says. That is actually true. Poodles do bite.
Okay.
Poodles will like cling on to one specific person and they get very territorial.
Okay.
But anyway, starving my Neopets says the dog's not staying with James for long. No way he can handle him. I don't know. I guess we'll see. If James gives that dog away, he's going to be crucified.
Can they get like a Caesar Milan and a dog trainer in there to?
Well, apparently they did. But I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of TikTok, please describe this video that I sent to you this morning.
Okay, she sends me this video of this mom who has a family bed.
And I was like, this is Robyn. This is Robyn's house.
Yeah. She's showing everyone how she changes the sheets on this bed. And it is 2 giant size California kings, I think, that are just
those, I don't think those are
smushed together. I think she said California kings, but it's this very complex web of like bumpers to make the one big California king actually like 4 different little areas. And then on the other side, it's all open, but like everyone has their own blankets and pillows. And she's talking about how they don't have any matching pillowcases or sheets or blankets or anything, but
everyone
they all
has
love
their own
the family bed.
Yeah, she's like, my kids could, if they want to sleep in another room, there is another bed available, but she's like, that's not going to be happening anytime soon.
We're all so cozy in here, and there's all these pillows, and they're all like flattened down, filled with old drool and boogers.
Like
and
if you take
farts.
the pillowcase off those pillows, they're like, it looks like
stained orange and yellow. It's like tie-dye of spit drool. Blech.
I can't figure out what color here.
Oh, and she's like, it takes all day to change the sheets and make the bed. And then at the end, you see like how many people are in there. It's her husband, there's a baby, but of course she's like, oh, the baby sleeps in the pack and play. Sure. But I'm sure she had to say that because people would get all over her ass. But this huge family bed, what was there, like 5 kids in it? And then
but they sleep like the Bucket family from Willy Wonka, like with feet together.
Yeah.
Which we're
just saying the smell in there. We both text each other at the same time. I'm like, oh, it smells like, what did I say? Oh, piss and breath in there. And you said it smells like bologna and I don't know.
No, I said cheese and feet. I said cheese and feet.
Like, God.
Fucking
I mean, hey, if you want to do a family bed and co-sleep, like whatever you want to do, okay? But
you can do it with more style than
that's a lot of people in an area to sleep. I know myself, I would not be able to sleep well with that many kids and people all over the place and feet, sweaty feet and drool, and there's like pacifiers all over the place. I can't. No. So many drool pillows.
Are you ready to talk about And Just Like That?
Oh God.
Unless you have anything else, like random stuff.
No, we can get into it.
All right. Now, do you have like notes for this? Because now I forget that I can't differentiate between the 2 episodes.
Okay, well, not this most recent, but the week before was when they leaned into the hey, Christopher Jackson. He was in Hamilton. In case you guys didn't know, he was George Washington Hamilton. Get it?
Okay,
get
so
it?
The Halloween episode.
Hamilton.
Okay, yes. By the way, Starving My Neopet says, is that Walter in the background? Yeah, that's Walter. Walter!
Oh,
hi, Stinky.
Like, you bitches are not done. I'm not getting up and shaking.
Like, I can tell. He's like, I can tell that this is not ending anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the Halloween episode first. Okay. I said this to, I think Justine. I appreciate, so they go to this Halloween function that Charlotte is throwing. Mm-hmm. I don't remember what it was for, but it was some benefit. And Christopher Jackson is like, he's running for comptroller, which I don't really understand.
Comptroller.
What?
That's a little Nazi office.
Yeah.
He's running for senator, state senator.
What is a comptroller?
They like comptroll things.
It seems really local, but he's like, I'm running for office. I can't possibly be seen in a Halloween costume. It's like, okay, relax. You're comptroller.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like, even if you were running for president, you should go in a outfit like to a Halloween party.
You would look like an asshole if you came not wearing anything.
So his wife says something about like, well, I have that George Washington costume for you. And I was like, all right, I appreciate the nod to Hamilton there. And then the next scene, he's wearing the thing for their bedtime sakes scene. I'm like, okay, now you ruined it. He's just in his Hamilton costume.
Hot. Ew, enough.
God, like,
get it.
You're married 15 years and your husband is now wearing like a little costume. I feel like I don't want to do this. This is weird.
No. Yeah, no.
I don't want to act. I don't want to yes and with you right now.
Right.
Let's just get this over with.
Enough?
Yeah. God. So what else happens in that episode?
We have Seema with the guy with ED and the pump.
Because they're so old, 50s.
Yeah.
50-year-old men are all deaf or have ED. Although I don't think Steve is deaf anymore. They got rid of that storyline.
Yeah, now he's not a bumbling idiot. Miranda is. Right, she's caught the case of the 50s. Wow, it's rough.
It's rough.
Also, if we can just go back to Seema meeting this guy at a hotel bar, because now they're filling in the new friend. They're like, oh, you know what? Seema will know where to meet a good guy. This is, all new information, ladies.
They live in Manhattan and
hotel bar. This is the first time they're hearing this. The writing is terrible.
Yeah, for rich people. Also, Carrie's lived in Manhattan for like 30 years, I think she probably knows a couple hot spots to like meet people. But no, a hotel bar, because then at least you can just go right up to their hotel rooms. So yeah, Seema gets with that guy, and then Braids gets with someone else.
Yeah, some guy makes his way over. Carrie is an asshole, and she stops in the bike lane and like almost kills Truly. And
I thought that guy gave a very good acting performance. That storyline was very old Sex and the City.
Okay.
Like I could kind of
see what you're saying.
Because Sarah Jessica Parker, again, is still a good actress. Like I can watch her scenes at least because she's still Carrie. Whereas Charlotte is in an episode of Keystone Cops. Yeah.
And Miranda eyes, shocked by life all the time.
So I feel comfortable when I'm watching Carrie. And then we'll talk about it in a second. But the fight between Steve and Miranda, I thought that was strong on Steve's part.
Yeah.
I was like,
Miranda's she just can't sleep well anywhere. She can't sleep at her house.
What do you have to sleep for? You don't have does she have a job?
Sometimes she takes a class in the morning, I guess.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she did go to school once this season so far. Bike Guy is Mariska Hargitay's husband.
Oh, didn't know that.
He's a hottie, and he was on Younger. Yeah, he was on Younger.
Carrie shows up at his apartment and is a huge fucking asshole. She walks in, she's like, "Do you live here? What is this, a train station?" Like, oh.
Because when she takes him to urgent care and he breaks his wrist, which, say that it's a sprain, because this is not how you're acting when you break something.
Bye-bye. Go home now.
Right. Like she's like, well, I'm a public figure, so I don't want my name being in like People magazine.
It seems like no one's read your book, so you can just.
This guy definitely doesn't know who the fuck you are, so he's going to pay for his urgent care because apparently in the U.S. you have to pay for healthcare. And he's like, oh yeah, that's right, that card doesn't work. Let me try this card, and she gives him this look like, oh, he's poor. No. It's probably why he was on a bicycle.
He's one of the poorest. Yep.
I would never think that though. I would assume like, first of all, I wouldn't even have an opinion about it. But like, if somebody's card didn't work, I wouldn't think it's necessarily because they're poor. I would think like, oh, they probably like got a new card because it was expired.
Yeah, or like, hey, Carrie, it's none of your business.
Yeah.
Just to show up with groceries, like he's been homeless and he hasn't eaten in months.
And she brought him a whole bunch of soup. Oh
yeah, bougie soup. Thanks.
Yeah,
exactly. This will fill me up for
down all this
20 minutes.
You know what I'm really craving? Soup. So she brings him all this soup, and she walks in and she's like, "Oh my god, I assumed you were one of the poors."
Mm-hmm.
And then he has a business.
Go ahead. Sorry. No, the business partner.
He has a business partner who, wants to like get their app off the. Wants. Like he's obviously this guy, the wrist guy. The bike guy is obviously like a terrible business partner. This guy has his partner's like losing his mind trying to get him to do anything. Yeah. So and Carrie's like, you're already in a long-term relationship, so goodbye. So she breaks up with him because he has a business partner who is trying to get them to make money.
Because he has a job.
Right.
And he can't just kiss her ass all the time. I was going to say, speaking of eating, can we go to that hilarious scene where Miranda orders red curry to like keep herself awake because she's so tired? I mean, you do that. You order really spicy food to stay awake. And
it'll keep me awake because I'll be shitting for all night.
Get ready. Because then Che, so funny. They go, oh, is that for currylingus later? Hey-o! Che Diaz, be here all night.
Oh my god. Also, don't go down to me if you just ate curry.
I'd be like, I think I'm done now. Thanks. Like,
God.
No.
So Che.
Speaking of the focus group didn't like the joke. So now they just canceled the show because of this group of 6 people watching the pilot.
And also, did the producers didn't notice this by themselves watching this pilot, that this was like an awful show?
Right.
I thought her
Nope.
Sarah Ramirez's acting performance was good when she wasn't speaking, but when she was just kind of like listening and just like taking in what these people were saying.
Okay.
I was like, okay, like they're a good actor.
Sure.
Look up Find Your Grail Spam-A-Lot, Sarah Ramirez. You'll be impressed.
No, it's the writing for this.
Yes.
It's terrible.
So they're upset.
This is so funny. Wait, this is so funny when Harry showed up to the photo shoot in the costume at Rock's photo. It's so funny.
They're in a different show.
Yeah.
They're in like...
That's crazy. That's crazy. He crossed the streets of New York in a costume. And then while Rock is apparently doing a 1982 photo shoot, jumping on a trampoline. This is all terrible. It's terrible.
So then at home, Che is upset and I'm smoking that joint. Honestly, I do smoke weed like to like get myself to sleep, but like if they're both supposed to be like 50-ish, I would be like, you're really smoking a lot of weed, Che. Like, it's like all day joint.
Because people didn't laugh at my haha joke.
It was like cigars. What are the blizzles? They're blizzing it out. A blunt. So Miranda's being like, I'll be your cheerleader. Come on, let's do it. I would slap her in the face. I'm like,
I wanted to slap Che.
Well, Miranda was being annoying though too.
Well, what is Miranda supposed to be saying? Supposed to,
I know
that's what your partner's saying. Like, it's gonna be fine. Yeah, screw them. ABC can eat shit and die. And then she's like, stop it, Miranda. I need time and space, okay? I'm sad. Like, grow up. Che's character is awful.
Oh, awful. I hope that they're gone now. They kind of broke up, but I thought they broke up in this episode when Che was like, I need some space. But then the most recent episode, they were back together. Yeah. Caitlin's asking, when does this live usually start? It's usually at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, noon Eastern. We don't know what's going to happen when Sister Wives starts because we don't know when Discovery Plus is dropping this episode. Great. So next episode, most recent, what happens?
Carrie's mad because a blogger didn't read her whole book. Sorry, Carrie. Some of us have jobs and we can't drop everything to read. That's what her whole thing is. She's mad because not everyone's reading her book first thing. God.
Her entire book. Right.
Ugh.
So that's kind of her storyline, right? And then
I guess.
Che and Miranda. Oh my God. Did the writers think, the audience is going to love this chair bit where every time they walk out the door, they slam into a chair? No, it's not happening.
Yeah, no, it's not a thing. It's
not a thing. You live there.
Not funny.
I've never ran into any of my furniture.
Over and over and over again.
Over and over and over again.
Yep.
So Miranda's not getting enough sleep, but she still needs to go back to Brooklyn at 6:00 in the morning to make sure that her son Brady gets out the door with like a good breakfast. But
Brady's like, I don't like you. Yeah. I'm good.
You ruined everything.
You to do this.
And like also Steve's there. Steve could be doing this. She does not need to do this.
No.
So what else?
She's going to move in with braids.
Oh, right.
And get a twin bed.
Which is correct. So then they go to like Goodwill to find a twin bed.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah, no, you're not.
If you have enough money to be retired right now, you can afford a bed.
Yeah, you're spending more on your bougie coffee and brunch than you did on your bed.
Yeah. So, then what does anything happen with George Washington?
Don't think so. Don't care.
The only scene that matters is the fight between Miranda and Steve.
Oh, okay. You didn't get into the Lily wants to lose her virginity storyline?
Like, what the fuck here? We're at a level of...
When you said this is a good episode, I'm like, is she kidding? And
No,
then
they
they're
were
all
like,
going
they're-
out into the blizzard. What is
I
this?
forgot about that blizzard part. No, I thought it was on the stronger side because it stayed kind of true to form other than Charlotte. What do you think about that Charlotte thing? Because I understand being close with your kids, but like this is outrageous.
She's crazy.
Charlotte's running around the city to get Lily condoms to immediately go and have sex with her.
And every little corner bodega is closed or something.
Called the Blizzard Geordie.
But she's out there in like her fingerless gloves calling Carrie, who's wearing this ridiculous thing, but it's just like, there's 3 people out in the city. The only 3 people who are going out. Oh, and Che, well, okay, hold on. Okay, the virginity thing, so stupid, so weird. Then Carrie needs Che to go to this event with her because she's afraid to talk in public. What? But I thought had a podcast.
I know.
None of this makes sense.
And I assumed that meant that Che was going to go up on stage with her and like do some crowd work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do some apparently sweet stand-up. Their sweet stand-up.
Che's gonna whisper some lines out to Carrie. Why? I'd be like, why did you call me here? So now I'm just standing here. For what?
Right. But then Carrie just reads her book and everyone in the audience loves it. It's a hit. Che's proud of her. Great.
Yeah. Why did she need to go there again?
Now, Mandash just says, let's talk about the fucking code. Now, this is in our
undercover,
right? This is insane.
Yeah.
Like, what if somebody gave that to you as a gift? I would assume it's a joke.
Like, so you're calling me fat because the second I put this on, I am sweating out hundreds of pounds.
I couldn't even wear that in a blizzard. I would wear this in a blizzard probably.
Yeah. Like,
Jesus.
That's reasonable. Ridiculous.
But
what was more ridiculous was when Che was making fun of the comedian, that the comedian was bad. Hey, you want to read the room?
Yeah. The woman was getting actual laughs. And actually, like, the jokes that the women were saying were at least funnier than Che's.
They were on par with Che's.
Yeah, at least on par. So now we have this last scene where Miranda is like, Steve, so when are you going to get... She's back in Brooklyn. And she's like, so when are you moving out? And he's like, I'm not moving out, Miranda. And she's like, what? But you said that you were going to. He's like, I lied. But then this was a good acting performance, I thought. Like, were you not impressed with this? He's like, everything in this house is mine. And then she's like, oh, well, tell that to the mortgage that only my name is on. Which is weird that his name wouldn't be on the mortgage because they did buy the house together.
Yeah.
And he owns a bar in Manhattan that is somehow miraculously still open.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He opens a bar. He names it Scout. Scout! After his dog.
Oh.
Geordie.
Ahead of my time.
But he's screaming at her, and it's like, this is what the audience needed. We needed to have him finally, give her some shit for what you did. You did this.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
No problem.
Did you hear that noise? It was like a toot. Not me. It was like a honk.
Outside. Toot, she says. Someone outside tooted really loudly.
That was really high. Mine are a lot lower. Mine are way low, all the way down.
All the way down. Those sweet honey tones.
Yes, and then Miranda's he's like, you just need to get out of our life, Miranda. And then she like starts crying and she puts her coat on. And then he is like, no, please stay, you gotta stay. So they stay, she stays, they cuddle in bed. And then she notices a condom wrapper, and so many condoms in this episode. And she's like, what's this? Are you having sex with that girl from Whole Foods or something? Hi, Justine. And I don't really think she's got a leg to stand on here still.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, I'm fucking someone. I didn't.
Good for you, Steve.
Yes. You've been with Che for 8 months now.
Yeah. I hope he met her at the farmer's market where he got lost because remember when he was like deaf or something?
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh, yeah. I left my keys at the pickle stand or my wallet at the pickle stand or something. God. Because being slightly hard of hearing makes you stupid. Makes you like a bumbling fool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she can come and go as she pleases, but God forbid he have a job that he goes to, pays the mortgage there, takes care of Brady when she's not there.
Right.
That Brady really needs to be taken care of because he's like 27. Yeah. This show is so bad. And
I know, but
Rock's spread in the New York Times that apparently is like 7 color pages. What is going on?
Rock and Lily both need to like be slapped across the face.
Bye.
Like entitled
They're
bitches.
terrible.
They're awful. And Harry and Charlotte are they're doing this way too woke. And I also don't think that's in Charlotte's character. That's not Charlotte's character.
No.
Charlotte is not somebody who's going to buy condoms for her daughter. Nope. That, like right now I'm handing this to you and it is this condom will immediately be on this guy's pecker. Let's okay.
Charlotte would have grabbed Lily and said, "You're coming home."
Like, no, the fuck, you're not going to have sex with your boyfriend. Lily announced it at breakfast time. She's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna have sex with my boyfriend tonight. I think it's time. It's good." Yeah,
like I'm pretty open with my kids, but that would never happen. Like,
no, there's a boundary.
Imagine you announcing that to Daphne.
Oh my God. I think in Daphne's head, I still even have not had sex. There's no baby.
Same.
Yeah, she can probably convince herself. Let's just do some sister wives news and gossip, which is just going to be Gwen's wedding, basically. But
everyone's been talking about this in the chat here.
What?
So Kody showed up late. Is that true?
Yes. So Gwen said this in her live. The live is maybe worth watching because she does a reaction to the trailer. She couldn't figure out, and not that I couldn't have either. She couldn't figure out how to record herself, and then she had to like mute herself so that she could watch or whatever, or something like that. So you couldn't hear the trailer, but it was almost better that way because you were just she kind of aimed the computer toward the phone so you could kind of see what she was watching, and like she was she was like like especially like at especially when Janelle said fuck off or fuck you, but like she was and then she talked about everything. She's like I just don't know. She said at one point, like, I don't understand why my dad acts like this, because like when he was talking about being the devil that I know that I am, she's like, I guess I kind of respect that because like, I guess there does have to be a villain, but she's like, it just doesn't make either of them look better. She's like, they don't want to be the villain, but like they are. Like, she's very aware of. And then somebody in the comments, and she's like, God, just Robyn's just crying here. She's like, usually I don't actually believe she's crying, but I think she actually is crying here. And then somebody in the comments wrote Sob and Robyn, and she's like, oh my God, Sob and Robyn, that's so funny. I'm like, that's the first time you've heard the term Sob and Robyn. And then I could have handled her saying the word slay a little less, but it's fine. She's like, that's so slay. Everything is slay. But I get it. You're 21. You have a new expression. I
didn't know it was to use as an adjective. I thought it was a verb.
No, everything is slay.
Oh, okay.
Slay. So, but then somebody was asking her about her wedding, and it was a very small ceremony, and then the reception was at this rooftop bar, and Madison and Kayla Breast couldn't make it because it was going to cost them $1,500.
Okay, fair enough.
I guess, but it's still like your sister's wedding and your whole family's
there. Well, then she should have gone. Does Kayla Breast need to go?
Oh, well, if Cody's going to,
you go.
I think they probably didn't want to deal with the family drama. She said there wasn't that much drama, but she said, because people were like, why wasn't Cody and Robyn in the family pictures? And she's like, well, they showed up 2 hours late and then they left early, and they just kind of like didn't talk to anyone the whole time. They were just kind of there. And she said that she gave Robyn a hug, but Robyn was so jarred by her even leaning in for the hug that she thought that she was like going to hug someone else. So Robyn like stepped out of the way because that's how uncomfortable she feels around her own fucking family. So Gwen's like, yeah, I hugged her. She's like, it was awkward and I didn't really want to talk to them, but I mean, I have to hug all my guests, so I hugged them.
Wow.
Yeah. And yeah, she's like, nobody. And then somebody asked, has your dad ever met David Woolley? And she said, yes, they've met before, like before the wedding. This wasn't the first time they met. So that was probably good. They probably just gave each other like a hey.
Yeah, I was gonna say just like a from afar.
Yeah,
they're there.
And
let's see. I heard Kody and Sonny. Kody and Sonny said Brianna and Dayton were traveling, and Aurora was home watching Saul and Ariola.
Oh, for sure. They were like, no,
nanny now.
Yeah,
the nanny Saul and Ari now.
They just wanted to keep them from their siblings.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. It's very Kate plus 8.
Jon and Kate plus 8.
It's just complete control. Like, I'm sure that, because I remember one time on a live, somebody asked Gwen, who's your favorite sibling? And she said, oh, it's Isabel. It used to be Aurora, but not anymore. Now it's Isabel. Because they were like the triplets, like her, Gabe, and Aurora were the triplets. So her and Aurora were the closest, but obviously something happened.
And also, why weren't Saul and Ariola at the reception or wedding? Why did
they're tender age? Sure we don't want to get them COVID, Geordie. Still running rampant.
That's
Flagstaff. Yeah. And correspondent Jean, hi Jean, said Kody was late because he went to Fat Olives for lemons. God. Just, and in the one picture, or the one video of Robyn,
I'm so disgusted by that.
You can kind of barely, figure out that it's her. But then in the 3-second clip that you can kind of see her in, she does this with her hair, and you can completely tell it's her.
You can tell in the
always is doing that. She's always fixing her fucking hair. Kody has his feet up on the table, man spreading, and so they suck. But they kind of what's the choice here? Because like they don't show up, America hates them, and they show up and America hates the world, not America.
Well, you reap what you sow. They caused this.
They're
they
bullies.
did this to themselves.
And Christine was like, I can imagine being Christine, looking like she was wearing like a really cute, like one-armed pink pantsuit, and she's there with her new man. And you know that Christine was always, the second Kody walked in to the second he left, Christine was always aware of where Kody was in the room. And everything she did was performative. Everything she did. She knew he was watching her. Good.
All right, let's see. On Reddit, someone said Kody thought kids were not allowed since it was at a bar. Oh, come on, Kody. They've never been to a wedding before.
They're just being petty. They don't want the kids to interact with them. Even though the family would love to see them, like it's like Saul and Ari.
Yeah, and that's like saying, oh, we can't go eat at this restaurant because there's a bar there and kids aren't allowed in a bar. So we can't go to Chili's because there's a bar there.
I mean, it literally was like Chili's. It was just a rooftop that had a bar in it. It wasn't even, I think it was a restaurant that had a rooftop bar.
And they probably knew that they would have to introduce Saul and Ariola to all their siblings and be like, this is Gwendolyn. Your
she's
sister.
The bride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Allison says Saul and Ari can't be polluted by seeing a lesbian wedding. That's another good point.
Yep.
That's ungodlike, Kody.
Very tender age.
So that's about it. But like it seemed like fun.
I can't stand that. But they showed up late. Wow.
2 hours late, and they didn't go to the ceremony, or they weren't invited to the ceremony. I mean,
did she seem bothered by that?
She seemed just very kind of numb to it. Just like, they were 2 hours late. I don't think anything is surprising at this point. Oh, but then when she was watching the trailer, she's like, people have told me that I'm in the trailer. Because the part where Garrison is like, you know what, Robyn, have him. She's sitting at the table when that happens, and she's kind of nodding. Yeah. And she's like, I remember that scene. And she's like, actually, I'm surprised they didn't have in the trailer, like because she said that she got really heated during that. And like that whole conversation got very heated. So that's pretty fucking exciting.
Oh, okay. Well, now
I hope it's just all of them bitching, and Janelle and Christine don't even try to like stop it. They just let them vent.
They just sit there and let the kids just go at it. Let Gary say whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And now we said it.
And
I don't even know what I'm going to do with Meri.
It's the fucking worst. All right, let's finish out this book here. Is it time?
Yes. Okay. Speaking of the devil that I think I am.
We're finally rounding out our last chapter, and this is the mansplain chapter.
Yeah, this is the epilogue. Yeah, I mean, he needs to explain it to all of us as if we're women, you know?
All right, you start.
Oh, Kody.
Page 261, Jody.
Okay. When we decided to tell our story, I figured that the benefits would outweigh the risks. I want to make the world a better place, not just for my family, but for polygamists worldwide. Okay. Take a seat, Kody.
I'm sure people like in India are watching Kody and going, that's what we want. Yeah.
Yep. This is it. This is it.
Great example of what we want. Yeah. Okay,
He's the one. I wanted to show the public how wonderfully stable, loving, and caring my family is. I thought we might pave the way for a safer, more tolerant future for our community. Nevertheless, he just found out that word, just discovered it. Nevertheless, it wasn't a decision I made without careful consideration, prayer, and consultation with all my wives. I wanted to proceed with caution. Sure. I had thought that in deciding to do a reality show, I would help to bring other plural families out into the open so they could benefit from society as all other citizens do. While I feel terrible if Sister Wives has driven any fundamentalist Mormon back into hiding, I do feel, for my family at least, that the benefits far outweigh the costs. The fact that my family can live openly is one of the greatest miracles I have witnessed in my lifetime. A miracle that I had never even dreamed was possible until recently.
Oh, let me interrupt you. I just remembered something else that Gwen said. She said that most people at the wedding, and I'm thinking of this because like he's saying we can live openly, and I was thinking like, yeah, but everyone hates you. But then I was thinking of this thing that Gwendolyn said where at the wedding, most people didn't even talk to them because people were pissed that they even showed up. But she's like, but nobody, like, no, she's like, when they go out, like people never say these things to their faces. Yeah. I mean, which obviously we wouldn't either.
No,
I would be like pouring over them. You guys are the best. You guys are just a beautiful couple. Robyn,
great job. Oh my God, your legs, girl. Look at those. Look at
those. They're so long. How did you find pants so long? Where do you shop? But yeah, she said like most people were like, why are they here? Which I thought was hilarious. I just love that she said that.
Well, good. Like, that's how they made everyone else in the family feel for the past 10, 15 years. So now they're getting a little taste of it too. Mm-hmm. I love that all my wives are accepted as my spouses. Yeah. This has given us a great boost of confidence as well as made us stronger as a family.
Bad sentence.
Our move to Las Vegas, that is a crazy sentence. Our move to Las Vegas changed my life irrevocably.
Definitely not a word from the Kody Brown noggin right there. I can tell you.
No. He had that this source pulled up.
I don't have
like
the
little paper clip in his Word document.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds like you're writing a novel.
Did you mean? Let's see. I felt an overwhelming peace and tranquility with our arrival. I felt as if we had moved to a world of opportunity. To put it simply, I felt safe. Oh God, the safe word. But although I felt a new spiritual peace, we had sacrificed so much from our lives in Utah. The transition was for the best, but it was still difficult. Janelle and I had left thriving careers.
Janelle.
Bold, Kody, bold. Yeah, what was that career? Because we never really heard specifically what Kody's career was.
I'll never be able to wrap my head around how they had enough money because I have a single income, but I am a single person. They supported 13 kids with 2 incomes technically, and Meri 2.5 incomes. How is that
I'm sure
possible?
They had some sort of like government assistance support because technically they were single moms. right?
That's why polygamy is illegal, Kody, because it's a bunch of tax fraud.
Yeah, thriving careers.
He sold that billboard that one time.
That one time, and he kept it.
One time.
That's proof. He's like, I worked. I sold something. Yep. By the way, I read this in Kody's voice, which is also Nick Cage. Like, we're gonna steal.
Yeah.
You know, Kody is like a diehard Nick Cage fan. He's a Nick head. He's Cage head.
He's like, Kody like looks at himself in the mirror and he's like, I want to take his face.
Oh, yep. Oh, I just know it. He sits down. He's like, oh, it's Cage time.
Do you think that him and Robyn watched Leaving Las Vegas thinking it was going to be something totally different?
Oh, God. Oh, Kody.
Oh,
so sensational.
Yeah.
My tender eyes.
There's a prostitute in this movie, Kody.
Oh, my God. This is so good. We could fanfic this out. Loves Nick Cage.
Oh, I mean, just talking, yeah. Talked about what Kody's favorite movies were. Somebody said, what's that KKK?
Oh, something movie? For the strong female leads.
What?
Oh no, that was Kara Berry talking about Sidian. We did a Sidian thing.
No, somebody said Birth of a Nation was Kody's favorite.
God. All right, we had all moved away from the fellowship of our church and our dearest friends, like Stan, the guy who was going to give me money for our sister wives' closet business, but he must have lost my phone number.
And my friend Ken, Asian Ken, who told me that I should divorce 3 of my wives.
Yep, That's right. We had left behind the most wonderful home our family had ever lived in, and one of the safest communities in the country. Our children had done the same without sharing their parents' understanding during the 60 days before the move. During the move, I felt deeply bitter about the whole experience of becoming a public polygamist. Frankly, my own tolerance and open-mindedness meant that I was naive about how living publicly would affect us as a family. Why did we leave? I am a husband and a father first.
Correctly there?
What?
Where it says would affect us as a family, I feel like affect is spelled wrong there. Shouldn't it be an A?
That's correct.
It's an E?
I believe so.
Affect. It reads weird. Also, I love how he's pretending like he really, I'm so pissed that we had to come out. You were going for a cash grab and you're a fame whore. Like, come on.
That you did this on purpose in your sports car.
This is like Matt Bayer's book that I recapped on our Patreon, where he's like, I didn't want all this. I just wanted to be with Amber. And all of a sudden, here I am walking down the stairs and I'm mic'd up. In his stupid leather coat and his sunglasses. It's Ramone's t-shirt. Hi, I'm Matt. I'm a hugger. I'm a hugger.
Amber.
Okay, Erica says,
it's affect. Okay.
Geordie.
Well, now Kody's going to do like a little literary tool here. Why did we leave? I am a husband and a father first. And as a parent, my first responsibility is to keep the family safe. Our simple world in the sleepy town of Lehi, Utah, became very volatile in the fall of 2010 due to the investigation and the stresses of our family becoming public polygamists. It was a long sentence. We no longer felt that our family was safe. By the beginning of December, all 5 parents agreed that our family would be better off in Las Vegas. By Christmas time, we had told the older children.
Now,
they were very upset by the news.
Sister Wives just did an episode. I don't know if it was them reacting to the trailer or their most recent episode. Either way, I've listened to both of them 100 times already. But they said, and I did not know this, they said that the investigation against their family was between August 2010 and October 2010. And they didn't leave until January 2011 on Martin Luther King Day, of course, Geordie. So they didn't need to leave.
Meri closing up the back of the
trailer. Go! Gabe's like Gabe's shoving something in with a yellow broom with
Broom
the
handle,
thing, but with the scooper still attached to the handle. I remember an episode I watched the other day. Robyn was sweeping with the thing still attached to the handle. And I'm like, that's the most fake sweeping I've ever seen. You don't know how to.
First time she's ever picked up anything and moved. She's like,
I think I need a prop for this scene. Should I grab a prop?
This is your favorite part. We're gonna need an impersonation here. They were very upset by the news. At first, Leon was so opposed to leaving their home and their friends that they flat out refused to move.
I actually have a list, Dad. And okay, there's some reasons why I think I should stay in Lehigh. First of all, it's the dance. The dance is just really important. I can't let all these people down, Dad. And Cody's like writing in his notebook. Like,
what about the dance?
First of all, the dance. First of all, the dance. Right.
Finally, just 3 days before our move, we told the younger children. Some were excited, some were shattered. Peyton stayed in his bed for 2 days. It wasn't pretty, but we figured the collateral damage of our children's emotions was a small thing compared to some of the trouble and attitudes we were experiencing as a family in Utah. Oh, that's nice. Peyton's devastation.
That's just, it's collateral damage.
Collateral damage. Yeah. Yep. Our children did not agree that moving was the right thing to do. They did understand, however, that the family needed to do whatever was necessary to stay together. I don't believe they fully understood the need to move away until we had been in Las Vegas for several months. Who likes to be a family? Fast gas.
Guess what? You can't tell any of your friends either. It'll be like you never existed, basically. You virtually will have disappeared from all of their lives.
They're going to forget about you anyway, kids. Don't worry about it.
But Madison is going to be a legend in this town.
Madison. I'm going to make Caleb brush. Let's go get some ice cream.
On Surviving Sister Wives, Corey is really leaning into this joke of Caleb being a child predator, and I cannot get enough of it.
What do you mean, joke?
Well, I mean, the way he says it is funny. They're talking about the march that they all go to, and he's like, Caleb's looking around like, don't get too close to the teenager. So Carly's like, stop saying that joke. And then I tweeted at them, never stop with that joke. Well, sorry.
I mean,
the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
gross.
They've known each other for years.
We rented a temporary vacation home in Las Vegas for 30 days. Yeah, I know. We know. We watched it in order to stage an aggressive search for new homes from this shared location. We acquired the rental and made the agreement only days before we left Lehigh. Well, yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds exactly like how the Browns would handle any big decision like that. We were literally living day to day. Life in the vacation home was a bit of a struggle. Everybody had become used to his or her own space and autonomy, one of the Browns' favorite words, autonomy, in Lehigh. Now I had 4 wives sharing one kitchen and only 4 bedrooms. So all the kids were just like sleeping on the floor, couches. I'd be fucking
probably roll out some mattresses.
God. There were no specific rooms for the children. Here we go. So we placed older girls in the family room, older boys in the living room, and the younger children in the bedrooms with their own mothers. Except for Robyn, because they got pregnant.
Yep.
Or her kids were in the room while they were creating Solomon. I wouldn't put it past them.
He put it in me. Baby.
Do you see that? We did that. God. Our first priority was getting the kids in school. We felt right about a particular high school, so we needed first to find a home in the specific school area. The school district does not allow transient enrollment into the school, so we needed to get a permanent address for which to enroll the children. We decided for the sake of Robyn's children, who weren't as used to living in such a big family and who had already moved so often in the previous 2 years. How many times have your kids moved, though, Kody? And also, her kids were moving on on Janelle's dime.
Yeah.
So they can shut the fuck up and just go. Yeah. Who'd already moved so often in the previous 2 years that we should find her a home first. We moved her just in time for the teens to start high school in January. So here's another fraud thing, is that they found Robyn a house in the district, and then everyone in the family just put them as their address. Although they did all live on the same street, so I guess that doesn't.
Yeah. Also, I think it might make sense to find Christine a house first, because she has, oh God, what's her name? The one that's not going to be the youngest anymore.
Yeah. How old was
truly?
She still a baby, like literally a baby.
Right. So maybe let Christine get settled, and
she had
a bunch of kids, and right.
Back in Lehigh, I had coined our move the Vegas vacation in order to keep our attitudes positive about the whole move experience. We had no idea how much.
He's so funny.
He is really funny. He's so lighthearted. We had no idea how much work was cut out for us. Well, you don't know how to work. You don't understand what working is.
You don't have a job.
We moved 4 complete households in a matter of 4 calendar weeks. That way, we were out of the vacation home as contracted and living in the school area we wanted. This move was exhausting. I'm sure he was wearing a long-sleeved shirt button-up, though, with jeans and
gloves.
Gotta
have his work gloves. Yep.
Moving gloves. This move was exhausting. I felt as if we were constantly working to finish the production of the TV show for the season while documenting the whole move experience for the following season. We were working our tails off and still had the pressure to get jobs and a real life going again.
You mean like people?
Yeah, people with jobs.
Yeah, have jobs.
And children.
And they have to worry about keeping a roof over their head. Yeah. Welcome to reality.
In spite of the wonderful sunshine and beautiful sunsets in Las Vegas, everybody was a bit off. The elementary school children, Dayton, Gabriel, Gwendolyn, Aurora, Isabel, Brianna, and Savannah, were adjusting very well to school. However, the tight integration of our family culture seemed to be eroding in significant ways. Janelle and Christine had been running their households almost as if they were a single unit, and now they lived half a mile apart. No, they didn't.
A whole half mile, Amanda.
They lived 3 doors away from each other. Why is he saying that?
I don't.
They showed
history,
physical maps every time they talked about those houses.
And Christine and Truly walking down to Robyn's house.
Like Robyn was like catty corner, or like it was like Robyn, 2 houses, Christine, and then Janelle was like here, like catty.
Mm-hmm.
They could walk. They could also all still walk to Meri's. It would take 15 minutes. So fucking stupid. The structure and help with schools that Christine had given Janelle's children was no longer available. Our high school kids were welcomed warmly by their peers because they were on television. They were like at this point it's season 2 or 3. But their hearts were still connected to Utah. Now our family was separated on one single block. One friend of ours suggested that we were experiencing something very similar to a divorce. We no longer lived together, and the adjustment was damaging our well-being. As time went by while living in Las Vegas, other problems arose. Hunter, for whatever reason, maybe out of love and loyalty to his football team in Lehigh, parentheses, state runners up 2 years in a row, refused to play football. He actually refused even to make friends. I think Kody just watched one episode of that season and then just wrote this chapter.
Absolutely. There's no way he knows this.
He's like, Hunter ate.
He was at Robyn's.
Hunter was like eating yogurt or something with a spoon, and he took like the world's smallest scoop on a spoon.
And also, this is like experiencing a divorce, because essentially you did divorce your wives for Robyn.
Yes, you left them for your girlfriend.
It's not far off.
He actually refused even to make friends. He seemed to sink deeper and deeper into depression as the summer came closer. No one knew what to do for him. Get him into therapy, give him attention, listen to him talking.
Yeah, tell Robyn.
Any of these things. Yeah.
Like, just shut up and let him eat your leftovers.
Yeah, or tell Robyn
his mom actually paid for it.
Yeah. Nobody knew what to do for him. His counselor at school told us not to worry until it had persisted for 6 months. I don't know if that's is that a
I have a hard time believing that actually happened.
Fact right there.
Yeah, let's
see. Wait until he is practically suicidal.
A deep depression.
For 6 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait until it gets really bad, and then we'll kind of deal with it. At least his grades remained good. Ay, Dios mío. Oh, good.
So it wasn't that bad.
That's all I was thinking while I was reading that paragraph is, well, I hope Hunter kept his grades.
His grades.
Yeah. All of these things shook our family to the foundation. I had only married Robyn a year ago, and we were still getting used to being a family. Now we had to change everything again. Sorry, my Tourette's is really kicking in. I'm triggered by Kody, so my Tourette's is like going.
I get it.
I mean, right? Now we have to change everything again and work together as adults. Bye. On more than just our marriages and managing family matters. Okay, let me read that sentence again. Now we had to change everything and work together as adults on more than just our marriages and managing family problems. Meaning that basically before they weren't even paying attention to the kid. Yeah. Before we were just working on our marriages. Now we have to worry about fucking Hunter and his yogurt.
Yeah.
Peyton. And the fact that he hasn't uncrossed his arms in 8 years.
And whoever that little blonde baby running around is, like, someone needs to figure that mystery out.
I think that thing has a touch of flu, maybe. I haven't seen her drinking anything for, a week.
A touch dehydrated. Acute.
It's not a big deal.
Acute dehydration.
Don't worry, Jody. Kody saved the day there because he told her they were going to have a poo-poo pee-pee party.
Her
eyes lit up and she knew exactly what to do. Her body healed itself.
Hey, you kiddies, get in order. Yep.
All right.
Finally, was like, fine, let's have a fucking pee.
I'll fucking poop in my diapers right now. Let's party. Okay. The move had us all reevaluating our relationship.
I forgot to water Truly.
We need to hose her down.
Also, that's hilarious. Someone water Truly. No.
I'm going to the lake this week with my Auntie Debbie, and my dad is coming to feed my cats and also to water my plants, and I 100% expect to come back to just a whole bunch of
every 3 hours. Did you tell him every 3 hours? Water
no, once a day. He's gonna do it wrong now.
Okay.
All right. The move had us all reevaluating our relationships and our individual identities. We had to clean house, emotionally speaking, because the women actually cleaned the house. Well, and by women I mean Janelle and Chris. Well, Janelle does.
Christina, Meri, and Robyn's
Meri cleans. Yeah, Robyn sweeps with her broom, with her little baby broom. We needed to detox our relationships and some of our deepest issues. The family needed to get well, both the children and the parents. Pass gas.
Get well. When I reflect on the personal growth and development of our family over the years, I am pleased and overwhelmed. Getting to where we are right now from where we had been has been a long process. I reflect back on my life and see how much we have grown from those immature places of years gone by and wonder, will I be as pleased with our emotional growth over the next 10 years? Will I look back at this past year and think, boy, was I immature?
During the 16 years before Robyn came into the family, Meri, Janelle, and Christine and I had a lot of growing to do.
And then we fixed it, and then Robyn came in and ruined it.
Yeah.
My Coco says has-been claims. Yeah.
That's true. In the last 5 years before Robyn entered the family, we really had found a very comfortable groove. Oh, good. Then let's mess with it and bring in Robyn and her 3 brats. We were stable and generally happy. The children were well-adjusted and very happy. Something was missing, though. Our individual marriages and the sister-wife relationships were far from ideal. In years past, when Meri, Janelle, Christine, and I used to have family meetings about money concerns, kids' problems at school.
How often do you think they had meetings about money? I feel like Janelle was always like,
nightly?
Guys, we need to come in.
Well, it needs to be more often.
Probably. They didn't do it enough, I think.
Okay. We used to have family meetings about money concerns, kids' problems at school, or any of the other things married couples deal with. It was hard not to become defensive, and I would often feel antagonistic.
Oh.
No.
Not Kody Brown.
Wait, Kody Brown?
Yes. Yes.
No. I tried to understand all the charged emotions coming at me from all 3 different directions from the women, if you know what I'm saying. My patience would grow short, and we would not communicate as well as an enlightened family should. This was all in our most recent years. We were even worse back when we were all new at it and the oldest children were toddlers. I knew that in our acceptance of the principle of plural marriage, we were being challenged to be kinder, more patient, and more loving in our mundane day-to-day life. We didn't always rise to the occasion. We needed improvement in our relationships, and we didn't even know it. Robyn and I...
No period at the end of that sentence.
Oh my God, you're totally right. What? It's the end of a paragraph, and there is no period. Who edited this book?
Kody.
Wow. Oh, Kody got this in under the wire. They had no time before it was printed.
Well, didn't he write Maddie and Kayla Bresh? Didn't he like write their wedding shit like morning of?
Probably.
No, he did.
Because he speaks from the heart.
I'm just gonna kind of
wing
just
it.
start talking.
I'm a wild and crazy guy. Robyn and I had been courting for about 2 months when we got engaged.
That's insane.
Second.
That's insane.
Remember, she said they had such a long courtship.
Oh, but that includes the engagement. It was 9 months total.
She had been received by Meri, Janelle, and Christine with open hearts and open arms. Weird, because I thought Christine never, ever accepted Robyn. She was so mean. Within a month of our engagement, however, everybody started to struggle with the emotional adjustments of the courtship. Robyn quickly realized that we had been avoiding many of our problems. Or maybe Robyn was the problem? Right. What's the common denominator here?
Susanna says, I know I'm late, but I think Robyn kept her kids away from the wedding because queer influence. Also, she ducked out of the hug because she's afraid of getting lesbian vibes.
She's going to catch the lesbian. Yep.
I wonder that. You know what else Gwen said? I'm remembering.
Saul and Ariola, they wouldn't understand.
But you're both women. She said that she's like, yeah, no one really wanted to talk to them, but Mykelti was obviously really excited to see them because they hang out all the time. I would fucking hate Mykelti if I were in that family.
Like, thanks.
Like, what is wrong with you? Like, you are betraying all of us.
Yeah. Yep. She's making it more difficult for everyone.
So Christine's got stuck with Peyton, who obviously wasn't invited to the wedding.
Good.
And Mykelti, who probably did hang out with Robyn and Kody. That sucks.
I'm sure. Okay. In my pride, I had rejected the idea of any form of marriage counseling. Well, good, because that marriage counselor probably would have told you don't bring another wife in right now. We did not know how to validate each other in our feelings. We were hiding our problems in career pursuits and other outward efforts. In our marriages and the sister-wife relationships, we had started to settle for less than our best. We became complacent with mediocre lives, relationships, and marriages. There was nothing wrong with that if we didn't mind living a mundane life. However, plural marriage is only lived well when those involved seek to strengthen and better their relationships. Some of us had become aggressive. Some of us had buried our feelings, and we weren't emotionally healthy enough to have another wife come into the family.
Okay, so period. Shouldn't that be like the end? We're not,
yes.
This is not going to be good.
Yeah, we're not emotionally healthy or financially stable. But he's got an answer, okay? I put off the wedding until the following spring because we didn't have the financial means to support Robyn and her family. But we actually needed that time to heal our relationship so that Robyn could enter a family that was ready for another wife.
Just say you needed TLC to pay for your wedding. Just say it. We all know.
Robyn needed a big, fancy fairy tale wedding, and because Robyn deserved
with dead
it.
Butterflies in her hair, Jody.
Ugh. Families living plural marriage have to expect emotional and spiritual growth. Our move to Nevada brought on new problems we never expected. We started working together to find and build businesses. Businesses, he says plural. Sure. Many married people love each other very much, but enjoy time apart while they immerse themselves in a career.
Well, luckily, they don't have to worry about that in the Brown family. They don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, except Janelle.
Except for Janelle.
Yeah, Janelle enjoys time apart as she immerses herself in her career. Most people will tell you that it's a struggle to work in business with their spouse. Many people tell me they could never work in business with their husband or wife. Now I'm working every day and in every way with all 4 of my wives. This experience has caused us some significant new challenges. My wives are all very independent, free-thinking women. Cuckoo.
Not Robyn, except for Robyn.
Yeah. Well, Robyn doesn't work. She doodles. They each have a mind of their own and frequently like to give me a piece of it.
Oh!
Getting consensus is somewhat like pulling teeth. Some days, when we first moved to the 4 homes, I wanted to just walk away. I actually got tired of working with them all the time. There were so many days when I thought we wouldn't be able to pull it off. I just kept telling myself that this was necessary. If I want to be with them for all of this life and beyond, I had sure better be able to work with them in a business. Pass gas.
Part of our struggle was actually agreeing on a business that worked for the whole family. Oh, I have to do Cody's work for the whole family. Our insecurities were brought to the surface again and again, trying to figure out what business suited everyone. Magic happens when all of my wives started training with a fitness coach.
Bill? Let me guess, Bill?
Magic, Jody.
I mean, you saw magic all over Janelle's face. Every time they went to that fitness trainer.
Janelle, you have about 5 days left to live.
Mm-hmm. Wow, here comes Janelle. Boom, baba, boom, baba. that was such a piece of shit.
286 pounds.
Yep. Wow, only 1 pound down. Oh, you lost inches? Mm-hmm. Sure, Janelle. Go strut your stuff on a 1.0 incline.
Oh, listen to this next part. I'll reread that sentence, then I'll get into the next part. Magic happened when all my wives started training with a fitness coach. He and I had become friends.
Best friends.
And we're obsessed with the idea of opening a fitness center together. My wives loved the idea. As we formulated a plan, we were approached by a company that asked our family to partner with them on Operation Detox, a business and humanitarian project focusing on nutrition and addiction recovery. So basically a drink that makes you shit.
Well, it's also addiction recovery, Amanda.
Oh.
It solves everything.
It's just that easy. Our relationships are thriving with the new energy of having a cause to unite the family with something we all felt passionate about. This new direction even engaged the kids. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure Hunter was thrilled about fundamentalist fitness.
They thought it was great. I'm going to look up Operation Detox and see if this very clear MLM. It's still, I mean, I'm sure they're doing great humanitarian work. I'll look into it here.
Okay. As our family united on the Wellness and Fitness Center projects, other things began to fall into place. The older children began to show positive signs of adjusting. Aspen said that she had always loved living in Las Vegas. Oh my God, it's so fucking hot. Latrice, give me this.
Uh-oh.
All right. Aspen said that she had always loved living in Las Vegas, and McKelty agreed with her. Madison began to enjoy her social life, not needing her Utah friends so desperately. Hunter started playing on the high school football team, and in spite of joining late, became the defensive standout on his freshman team. Logan is on the wrestling team and had already qualified for the varsity position. Mariah lettered in tennis and had made some dear friends. Oh, sorry. Of course, Leon was on the tennis team. That just feels right.
Yep. Update on Operation Detox.
Yeah, tell me.
It opens up to Institute Natural Therapeutics, ntherapy.com, and page doesn't load. Like it pulls up, but there's no photos or anything. Weird. They're probably busy doing lots of humanitarian work that they're not updating the website.
The page is under construction, but coming out with some really cool stuff coming up, just like my sister wife's closet.
Yep.
Okay. As other families, the older Logan is on the wrestling team. Mariah lettered in tennis and has made some dear friends. Gabriel and Gwendolyn are separated twins, have learned to express their needs to spend time together, and we always facilitate it. All these things have been punctuated by the comfortable adjustment of Peyton, Dayton, and Garrison becoming video game buddies and enjoying middle school together. That's all I could think of for those three. It's like they play video games, I guess. They hang out sometimes. Last of all, the Pixies.
I hate this.
I hate it.
Freaking Pixies.
As I call all the little girls, except for Truly, enjoy frequent sleepovers, playing dolls, and dress ups at each other's homes, just like every little girl should do.
Yep.
Just dolls, dress ups, girly things. The Vegas vacation became a reality for me this past summer as the kids began to relax into their new lives, while we spent time as a whole family at Janelle's pool.
Oh, we saw those pool parties. They got pretty lit when Janelle would put on her.
Did they ever?
Oh my God, I forgot to put on my trusty Janelle.
Oh, I forgot to change our background here.
Oh, well, that's okay.
I'm just gonna change it to Coyote Pass right
now. A little nod to our Janelle.
Here's Coyote Pass. It's not a pond.
Nope.
Or should I do the map? No, I want Coyote Pass.
Yes.
Where am I? My family is my life. My family. I love being in a peaceful and happy environment with them. I draw strength from them daily. I love the energy and unity that we exude as a group. After all, ours is the ultimate love story. Sweet, layered, textured, passionate, and tender. It is complicated, as all marriages are. To know true love, you need to understand the struggles that come with it. Within these struggles, we have found that our true love can endure with commitment to be the best person you can be, the best father, the best husband, the best citizen of this earth.
Wow.
This is how Kody sees himself.
Yeah. Best citizen of this earth.
Best father, best husband, best citizen of this earth.
All the earths of all the earths. Yep.
the prettiest earths of all the earths.
Yep. Take notes. This is what you got to do, guys.
Yeah.
What is it we have to do?
The best citizen of this earth. You have to confront your weaknesses and overcome obstacles the world puts in your path. As part of my life path, I have had to learn to love without conditions. No, you haven't. Literally the last 4 seasons.
Without conditions.
Yeah, no conditions.
Like I would he actually said, I would love you if you were nice to Robyn. The sacrifices I made to love you.
You okay, bud?
No conditions. No.
Walter has the hickeys.
Oh, Wally.
Walter.
We're cracking him up back there. Like, nope.
To know true love, you need to understand struggles. With these struggles, as part of my life path, I've had to learn without conditions. I have needed to learn how to validate emotions and feelings that I do not understand. I have had to be empathetic and patient. I have had to grow in this capacity to be more loving to my wives so that their lives are also rich and fulfilled. This is what makes plural marriage so sacred to me. The calling to transcend my limitations, to learn from others on a daily basis, to learn to accept. Now I have the hiccups. True love comes not from...
You're getting choked up. That's really sweet.
He's just such a good guy. He's the best citizen on the earth, Jody. What am I supposed to do? True love comes not from resting on your laurels. Never heard that word before. And I'm sure Kody hasn't either. But from hard work, devotion, dedication, and commitment. Okay, so I'm going to read the rest of this one paragraph, and then I'll have you read the acknowledgments on the next page.
Ooh, okay.
I'm sure that there are millions of people in this world who misinterpret what I do as hedonistic and selfish. My response is, every day I work my tail off for this family. Every day I manage 4 separate marriages, 4 entirely different relationships, 4 distinct personalities. I'm not doing this for fun and games. I'm doing it because it is my calling. I'm doing it because of my faith. I do it for love, in italics. It's the one italicized line in the entire book. I do it for love. Before anyone thinks that polygamy is easy or complicated, I urge them to consider how much work a single marriage takes and then multiply that times 4. Wow, he really a mic drop moment there. No one ever said that following your convictions was easy. However, I completely believe that all the work pays off. I have been blessed with so many things. Beautiful wives, except for Christine when she ate those nachos, incredible children, and the chance to tell my story to the world. With all this love, who could ask for more? Who can ask for anything more? Who can ask for anything more? But
he loved leaving it with a question. He thought that was deep. I'm gonna leave it there. Who could ask for more? Well, Christine, first of all, because she's hungry for those nachos and also, wanting love, affection.
Why don't you go ahead and read the acknowledgements here?
Acknowledgements. We are grateful for the efforts of Tim Gibbons and Christopher Poole of Puddle Monkey Productions and all of our friends at Figure 8 Films and TLC. They have protected our story and made it possible for us to tell the truth about our lives. We are grateful to Principal Voices for their pioneering work in opening the fundamentalist Mormon communities. We appreciate those friends who have shown us love and support as we have done what we felt was right. Thanks to our parents and families for their support and for being instrumental in shaping us into the people we are today. Above all, we give thanks to God for giving our lives direction and blessing us so abundantly. Hold on. We can't close the book because we still have a page.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blank pages to take notes, Jody.
Hold on. I'm still turning. Page. Another page. And sing.
What are you going to do with this book now?
I think I'm going to put it out like a little coffee table book. I'll put a little candle on it. What are you going to do with it? You can't burn it, Amanda. If you ever get in a relationship, you're muted. If you ever get in a relationship, you can, hold on. I'm going to you're muting yourself. So I'm going to unmute you.
Hi, I'm back.
There you go. Oh, you know what though? You muted yourself as you should because you are a woman.
I got excited and I banged my mic.
It's very fitted. Yeah, no, I think you should keep it as a reference.
Maggie Ball says the rest is still unwritten.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, I think I'm going to take some notes on this. Maybe I'll, bring this into any future relationships I go into that I can just remember to.
I think I want to put it in like a thick frame and like literally hang it on my wall. Maybe just tear off
like
the
a little
cover.
memory box.
Yeah.
You can fill it. You could fill it with butterflies all around it.
Dead butterflies. Perfect.
Yep. Make sure that you put your bookmark in there too that you used. Mine was
my Kleenex.
Yep.
My folded up Kleenex
is a piece of junk mail. Best kinds.
Why not?
Yeah, keep your Kleenex in there for sure. Oh. We have Goodwill. Oh, we're getting lots of ideas. Yeah, let us know what we should use it for.
Yeah.
Doorstop.
Or like, like one of my chairs is a little, okay, all I did was pick you up. Like just under like a chair to kind of like, or a table that's kind of shifty.
Yeah. I like this idea. Just leave it in a hotel drawer. It's a Bible.
Just like,
just leave it.
Because that's shocking. It's like, what?
It'd be great then to like put a little phone number or our email in here and just be like, whoever finds this, let's
pass
like
it on.
just
pass it on
forward.
Pass it on somewhere randomly.
Pass it forward like you pass gas.
Like the next time you get like a turkey, egg and cheese sandwich at the bodega, just like hand it to that cashier and he will pass
nachos. Pass gas
while buying nachos.
Right.
Well, we did it.
I mean, we got lots of great ideas. All right. Well, I mean, we've come to the end,
right?
But it is just the beginning. It is just the beginning.
The rest is still unwritten.
Yep. Season 18 notes. There we go. All right.
Well, that's it, guys.
You guys know what's coming up, right?
Yeah, and I forgot to say I did an episode with Joan last week on Amanda Loves to Hate Teen Mom. It was the episode where Simon comes to visit and he meets Sophia and Farrah's like forcing him to like her and he hates her. Wow. And Joan took the annoying position of defending Sophia the entire time. And I got very angry at him.
I want to think that Joan was under the influence of something that made him get to that dark place.
He used to be a teacher. He likes kids. He's like Farrah.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. Well, I don't, but I can see that the reason that she's like this is because her parents suck, or how she was raised suck.
Okay,
I wanted to talk more shit, but it's a hilarious episode, and Joan is always funny. I think that's it. You're not going to be here next week.
Jump scare. Little jump scare for you.
Ethan Slater. You're not going to be here next week, but I'm going to have my famous Broadway friend, Robbie Roselle.
Oh,
he's going to come on.
Exciting.
Yeah, and he's like, what do I need to do? He's like, just let me know what to watch. And then he's like, I've never seen Sister Wives, but give me I'm like, I can do like a Vanderpump Rules. Like, these are the amount. My whole body was sweating writing this list. So, okay, this one. Yeah, do you want to know the list I gave him?
I do, but I do think that you could talk about this Broadway.
I will. He probably knows him though, and he's probably like the nicest guy in the world.
Okay, you got to be careful then.
Yeah. All right, hang on. But these, I'm very proud of this list. Okay. Sister Wives starter pack. Okay, the pilot, season 1, episode 4, Third Wife in Labor. Obviously.
Great classic.
Granola bars, Cody. Kissy, kissy. Mm-hmm. Season 3, episode 6. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Season 2, episode 10, No Place for Home, where they move.
Okay. Pack it up.
Where Robyn breaks 3 tires. Season 3, episode 6, The Wives' Diet Woes.
Oh, God. Okay.
Season 5, episode 1, Polygamist Debt Threat, where we find out that Robyn, I just took on all the debt to be nice, even though it was all my debt. I don't know if we'll get approved for the loan, Janelle. Season 6, episode 6, Robyn's Secret.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Season 7, episode. Yeah. He just took it. He took it from me. Season 7, episode 2, Polygamist in a Shark Tank. Season 8, episode 2, A Family Meltdown. I think that's one of the. Oh, that's the road trip episode where Christine doesn't want to see Ken and Kody tells her that she has PMS.
All you just have to say is road trip. Any one of them. Got it.
Season 10, episode 6, Baby Sister is born.
Oh.
Season 12. Season 12, episode 6, Polygamiximus Wedding.
Classic. Can't wait.
Season 13, episode 4, Kody's shocking move. That's where we get to see what the fuck. There we go. That's where we get to
oh yeah.
cast our eyes on this.
Well, this should be good because Robbie's a man. He'll be able to
understand it. Yeah, I'll actually get him to explain it to me because I actually don't really get it. Season 14, episode 12, Kody versus Robyn. That's where a rental's gonna come, Kody. We need a rental. I don't want to buy this $1 million house. Season 15, episode 8, Can I Light You Up? That's Kody and Meri's anniversary to make
I'm feeling it in my core.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Season 16, episode 7, Choosing Kids Over Kody. That's the bye-bye episode. And season 17, episode 7, The Failed Priest, where Kody dances at that wedding. And then I stopped there for some reason, but is that also the episode where Gabe cries? I should probably give him that. He's like, I'll watch a couple of these.
He's like, I meant like 1 or maybe 2.
Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe 2. But anyway, he'll be on next week to talk about those.
We love you guys.
Yeah, I'm spent. I'm so hot. And we have to record another episode right now.
We do. Okay, but we love you guys. You know what to do.
Smash that like.
Smash that like and bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, guys, it's been a blast. Thank you so much for joining us today on our We Love to Hate Everything channel. Please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Give us a like or even a comment. And click on that bell if you want notifications, because you never know when we might pop up and go live. Please check out our other 2 podcasts on Patreon, where we snark on even more TV, movies, and pop culture. We got Total Request Podcast. That's patreon.com/trpod. And We Love to Hate TV. Patreon.com/Love to Hate TV. Thanks again, and we will see you next time.